So you're probably wondering what deschooling is. Well, I'm going to give you a crash course in deschooling and why it's so important to do before you start homeschooling. Hey, my name's Sue and Klevecka, and today we're going to talk about something that homeschoolers call deschooling. So if you're new to homeschooling, you're probably wondering what the heck is deschooling? And how do you do it? So I'm going to break it down for you in this video. And be sure to stay to the end so that you can get tips on how to start deschooling today. All right, so the importance of deschooling. Deschooling is a transition period between formal schooling and homeschooling. It's where both kids and parents rethink what education looks and feels like and then adjust their mind frames to the changes that the new system entails. So during this time, kids will often feel discombobulated and bored. Some may exhibit anxiety about attending homeschool meetups or resist any new curriculum thrust upon them. So change takes time and a lot of patience. Your child during this time needs to decompress and explore their interests. So it's not time to double down on homeschooling. Instead, kids need at least 1 month for each year they were in school to completely disconnect from the old system. Allowing your child to deschool will not only help them to accept the new lifestyle, but it will also make your homeschool year a lot smoother. So why should parents do it too? Well, if your kids have to do it, so should you. Along the same lines, it's important for you as the homeschool parent to take time to deschool as well. Using the formula from above would mean that you will need to take 12 or more months off, which obviously is not feasible for most of us, especially if you have state requirements that you need to meet. But if you have the time and the inclination, why not do it? I kind of equate it to taking a gap year. Like when kids, after they graduate high school, they take a gap year off if they're lucky. But if you cannot or don't want your child to take the whole year off, then you as a parent should take time to not think about homeschooling before you begin. I know, this will be hard to do as a new homeschooler because you're so excited about getting the new curriculum, you're excited about all the new school supplies, you're just eager to get started and you have all these ideas of how your homeschool is going to be. But trust me, you'll need to take time to decompress and rewire your brain to get into the homeschool mindset. So your goal during this time is to have realistic expectations of what your homeschool will look like. It's easy to get influenced by other homeschoolers out there to see what they're doing, but that works for them. It does not mean it's going to work for you and your family. You need time to slow down to avoid that desire to keep up with what your kids' public school friends are doing for one. You need to accept that learning doesn't come from a textbook and that reading aloud to your 14-year-old is perfectly acceptable. You need to fully let go of what you think school should look like and instead flow into all the possibilities that homeschooling could be. And trust me, you'll be glad you did it. So question for you, if you started deschooling, what's the most difficult part of deschooling for you? Be sure to leave a comment down below. And don't forget to hit that like button if you're finding value in this video. I really do appreciate it. All right, tips for successful deschooling. So my main tip for you and your child is to relax, chill out. Enjoy yourself, which means do not do any schoolwork at all. Take a break and don't worry about your child falling behind, because who are they falling behind? That's an arbitrary term. Once you've had time to relax, usually that takes about a couple of weeks for me and my family. Now it's time to reframe your mind around education. So you want to read books about homeschooling, you want to read books about brain development, you want to read books about habit formation, you want to read books about being self-driven. So make sure you check out my video about the best books for new homeschoolers. Next, you need to discover your teaching style, but I'll leave a link down below so that you can find out your teaching style. Next, you need to observe your child to pinpoint their learning style. Again, I'll leave another link below to help you discover your child's learning style. But be on the lookout for videos on both of these subjects. So if you haven't subscribed and hit that bell, be sure you do that. I have a series of videos to help you out. All right, so now you're ready to look at curriculum, finally. But before you actually look at the curriculum, sit down with your child and brainstorm topics you'd both like your child to tackle this year. And then find curriculum and resources or create your own curriculum, which is what we like to do, based on your brainstorm list, your teaching style, and your child's learning style. I know this is going to be a challenge because there is no curriculum out there that's going to meet all your criteria. So that's why I recommend to utilize curriculum as a resource. Okay, now you need to plan out your school year however you see fit. I know some of you are big into detailed plans, but just to note, things don't always go as planned, so be prepared for that. A lot of homeschoolers get sidetracked or derailed with the fact that homeschooling is not going as they planned. And that's the thing. Homeschooling is not just about you and what you want to be done, what you think your kids should learn. Homeschooling is about your kids as well, and they need the freedom to explore their interests. I mean, that's why we brought them home, so that they have more freedom. So once you've planned out your year, ease into homeschooling. Find your daily rhythm. Don't go full force into it. You need to learn what works best for you and your family. So there you have it. Deschooling in a nutshell. It's not as scary as it sounds, and the benefits are vast. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, don't worry. I have a ton of resources on my blog. And as I said, I have a bunch more videos that I'm going to be uploading. Have fun with it, and make sure you check out my next video.